Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin, and this is your divine inspirational message for today. So rude of me not to say welcome to all of you, but you're all welcome to here to this channel where I am inspired to motivate you and bring you a bit of balance, bit of joy, bit of harmony to your day. All right, so we are using Happier Me affirmation cards by Ariane, and our affirmation today is I am strong and resilient. And there we go. Think of a situation where you showed strength. How did you feel? How did you recover? Acknowledge that every situation you surpass only makes you stronger and more resilient. And I cannot think of a better way to celebrate a number 2 angel numerological day. Number 2 basically being compassionate, kind, tactful, considerate. We're keeping yourself going, allowing yourself to just be where you are and who you are, but the plan that you have going into play, or the plan that you have together, is to encourage you to keep going. Ask for help, reach out for support, and challenge your perceptions. A number 2 day can sometimes be a reminder that, you know, self-confidence, the feeling that we're being defeated, or there's that defeative attitude going on, that can sometimes be a nudge from your guides that says keep going, you're doing a great job. Sometimes we do not count ourselves in enough. We're always counting ourselves out because we're busy taking care of other people. All right, we're using the 22 Archangels Oracle deck, brand new by Kyle Gray with artwork by Jennifer Hawkyard. And Ariel is with us all week long. She is the sacred activist this week, the lioness of God. Protect what is right and just and let love lead the way. My isms, which is causing this camera to bounce about. I am vibrating with the energy of wealth and abundance. And this is a self-confidence. What's your thinking about abundance? What's your mindset about abundance? Watch it and what is it? Put that there so that the camera doesn't go bonkers. And then thank you, God, for entering where you already abide. You could say thank you, God, for entering where you've already been. Thank you, God, for entering where you already are. This is definitely one of those prayers that comes from Marianne Williamson. I think she wrote it in A Return to Love, a marvelous book, based on her experience in the A Course in Miracles. Great book. All right, let's get right on with our fairy cards. I've chosen the fairy cards this week because I think fairies are kind of fun. They're like living the realm between the human experience and the spiritual experience. And our friends, our fairy friends, Gertrude and Beatrice, are on hand. Now, this morning I'm looking at them and they've both got their heads covered. So I was asking if they're in mourning, and they were like, "No, we just like to cover our heads." I don't quite know why. They're in prayer, so I don't quite know why they're in prayer. They're saying to turn your thoughts inward and watch your thinking. Okay. All right, one more shuffle, and then I'll pick a card for the day and give you a message. There we are. What is the message? 5 of Spring. Okay, so in this particular deck, the suit of spring would be equivalent to wands. It also works with the element of fire. Catch fire, go. 5 being the numerological number of change. And here we see our 2 little, I love this. They have a waterfall of what looks like bluebells. And they're sparring. 2 little elves right there in the middle of the woods. And then over here, we have a blue butterfly. And the blue butterfly is magic. It is abundance. It's all of those things. Opposing goals arising from different opinions. Feeling at odds with yourself or others. Overly ambitious people. I don't know about this, But oddly enough, number 2 energy, the part that's asking you to vibrate with the energy of wealth and abundance, can sometimes bring up resistance in the form of resentments. Because we are conditioned or taught or conditioned that wealth and abundance is associated with money, we sometimes take on that mindset that money can be a problem. If we've been raised in poverty consciousness, those who do not have money resent those who do. Abundance is really abundance in oxygen, abundance in water, abundance in friends, abundance in love, abundance in joy, abundance in, how many leaves are on an oak tree. That's abundant. So in these changes that you're making, and I'm looking at this fabulous image, there's all kinds of things in here. It's almost like that's not just one butterfly, but here's another one. And then over here is something else. Oh, another one. So, this 5 of spring, 5 of wands, might signify that you find yourself in opposition to the feeling that there isn't enough, that you're not enough, that what you're doing isn't enough, that we're not going to get there. That may be where your mindset is coming from, a place of being defeatist. And when we come from a place of being defeatist, absolutely nothing is possible. Nothing is possible. Now, in this suit, the spring suit is about creation. It's about blooming, your heart blooming, your self blooming, your spirituality blooming. Babies being born. I mean, this morning I went out to feed my cats, and who should be sitting out there but a raccoon? Like, I have never seen a raccoon up close and personal like that. No, he just stared at me, sat there, as much as to say, well, you brought me food and thank you. I just put the food down, came back inside. But what I'm saying is, there's abundance everywhere. The earth is warming up, or is it ever warming up? And many people's hearts become renewed in the spring. So this particular suit and this particular number 5 is a suit and an energy of action. Moving forward, asking for help. There are little tiny things that can drive us all mad, crazy, pesky, crazy little pile-up stuff that take a lot of your time. It's called distractions. And it may seem like you've got none left to do what's really, really important. So clear out all the things that don't matter, all the distractions, all the fussy, busy talk, and set aside the small items that really won't advance you forward, the people that will not advance you forward. So, there is no such thing as competition when you have the mindset that you are exactly where God is, that you are exactly where your higher being is. There's no competition. Opportunities grow. Sometimes the opposing opportunities, the differences of opinion, are overly ambitious, if you will. It can seem harsh. My mind is going to bullying those who feel the need to control other people. And indeed, if you go to our modern culture and today's society, there is a battle, but it's not new. It isn't, there's sparring, differences of opinions, people getting upset over the smallest things. The idea that there's keeping a distance between you and the car in front, using traffic as a metaphor, somebody just comes and swoops in. Now you've got to create more distance. Now you're one car back. That can cause you to feel any kind of way. It has done me. But it's easier, much easier, to just, all right, slow down, back up again. You'll get there eventually, but you won't get there with the tough, feeling slighted, feeling put on, feeling less than, feeling like you've been cheated. You won't get there any quicker if you think that way than if you say, it was okay. I got here anyway. I'm safe. I'm free. I'm good to go. I don't have a problem. Do whatever you want to do. And there are, I've talked about this before, people who act out of integrity. And I used to be like, well, you know, this person's not in integrity. That person's not in integrity. Until somebody once, a teacher, a spiritual teacher, said, then your mission and your practice is to work on your own integrity, because you brought it up several times in other people. What we find annoys us, irritates us, gets on our last one, is what we see in other people. But what we see in other people is a mirror to what we see in ourselves. Because if we did not have those lessons to work on, if we didn't have that image in the mirror to see, then it wouldn't bother us. We would have passed it over, would have gone. There will always be contrasts. There will always be those days and those people and those places and those situations and those stories that will create a reaction or a response or nothing. And you could look at it like you've perhaps looked at it in the past. I'm not making a judgment of you. Or you can observe it and say, what can I learn and how can I move past this? Because this is a repeat. And I want to not repeat this. And very quickly, that's it. Poof, gone, done. I'm asking the two spirit guides, Beatrice, Gertrude. Gertrude says, and there's always dessert. And now she's sitting in front of a table and she doesn't know which one to choose. And she's at odds with Gertrude's at odds with Beatrice, because Beatrice is saying, well, choose the one you want. And Gertrude is saying, I want them all. Then you shall have them all. So here she goes with bowl number one. Just, what is she eating now? Banana pudding. Oh, okay. And then bowl number two, it's got some chocolate in it. There's your answer. When you come up with opposing forces and you feel like you're sparring for a fight, watch that. Keep going. Look for help. Ask for assistance. Not to fight. Stand up for yourself. And then when in doubt, go get dessert. Until tomorrow, thank you so much. Liking, subscribing, doing all that. I love you. Bye. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.